Welcome to ABC Interactive English. That guy over there is Mike.
Hi, I'm Mike, and over here we have...
Captain Winnie.
Captain Winnie,
Yeah.
I like it. Have you saved the world yet today?
I have saved, in a sense, one life.
Okay.
And that was my own by getting some coffee.
Oh, I see. Well, sometimes you have to do some self-care.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
important too.
We're superheroes, but we still have a life.
You're still human and you have a super need for coffee sometimes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we are actually learning about what superheroes do in their free time. Of course, so far we've learned that Captain America, he likes to paint, he likes to draw. Spider-Man, he likes to take pictures. Batman is a fan of music and reading and loves to play the piano. We also learned about Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
What does she like to do?
Well, she's an active gal.
She is.
As we can see, okay? So when she's not, using her lasso of truth, she's out on the field, okay?
Oh, okay.
She's out on the field, she's playing sports, but she's also getting others to participate in some active,
Good for
activities.
her. Good for her. And of course, there's Superman up at his Fortress of Solitude. When he's not saving the world, he likes to play chess with his robot, which is cool. Keeps his mind sharp, because he's always fighting against evil geniuses. And he also likes to write in his metal diary with his heat vision. I did some research. You know Aquaman?
Yeah.
He has a really interesting hobby. In his free time, he likes to be a sushi chef.
No!
I know. I was so disappointed.
Oh, so I guess he's not a hero for the ocean.
Well,
then.
he's kind of enjoys snacking on his friends, but there you go, we're all different. All right, so today we're going to be finding out about some of the other popular superheroes, starting off with a guy who you probably can guess, and when I tell you he's got enough money to do pretty much anything, you'll probably have a very good idea of who we'll kick off with today. So let's get to it. Life for Iron Man isn't so easy. He's a super genius, and his mind never rests. Also, he's an excellent engineer and mechanic, so he's able to fix almost any machine.
Okay, let's get today's article started. What superheroes do in their free time, part 3. We're wrapping it up.
I know, but we still have some superheroes to go. I also like this because it's inspiring me to think about what I do in my free time and, giving me some other ideas. Let's get to it. Yes, life for Iron Man, of course. That's who we're talking about. Life for Iron Man isn't so easy. I know, he's smart, he lives in a cool house, he's got billions of dollars, wah, wah, wah. He's a super genius, and his mind never rests.
Wow, it must be so sad.
I know, my mind never rests because I drink too much coffee. I'm not a super genius, though. I sure wish I was, because if you're a genius, that's just a way of saying you're really smart, you're really talented, you're really amazing at something. Your mind is quite impressive and powerful.
Right.
Often we use this to talk about people who are smart, who are good at math or science or, invent amazing things. But you could also be a musical genius. We might say that Michael Jordan was a genius at basketball or something like that. A business genius can be really good with people and negotiating, but it just means you're really, really talented and your mind seems very, very gifted in ways that most people aren't.
Well, Iron Man and I have actually the only thing we have in common is that our minds never rest.
Okay.
Or I guess you two have this in common.
Oh boy, yeah.
So
thinking.
Yeah, what is the mind? The mind, we're talking about, anything that revolves the brain and our ability to think or to have thoughts. And of course, when you are a super genius, that means you're going through a lot of thoughts and you're thinking about a lot of things way more than the average person. And so when your mind never rests, that means you're kind of, you really don't have a time for your brain to kind of be quiet and for you to process things. That means you're constantly thinking about, oh no, that candle is going to burn the curtains and then whatever. And then you're really not getting any rest because your brain is still very active. So of course, when you're a super genius, that means you're probably thinking about 1,000 times more than the average person is, you know? Yeah, so poor Iron Man.
Yeah, I think maybe
Tony Stark.
He should go do some yoga or learn how to meditate or maybe just listen to Batman playing the piano. That'll relax him a little bit.
Take a note from Wonder Woman's book and just kind of go outside and play a sport.
Yeah, maybe she can help him find some gym activities and then he can rest his mind and he can also leave Pepper Potts alone for a little while because I'm sure she's got a lot of things to do.
Hi, I'm Tina. 我们来看一下刚刚课文里提到的单字 Genius 名词天才 Vanessa is a genius at playing chess. Vanessa 是西洋棋天才 Mind 名词头脑 Frank's son has a clever mind. Frank 的儿子有聪明的脑袋。接着我们回到课文当中
And continuing on with the article.
Yes.Also,
he's an excellent engineer and mechanic.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So I can kind of understand how, you know, him being a genius, this is another part where his mind is not resting. He's probably constantly doing algorithms and equations and inventing, you know, new technology. He is Tony Stark after all.
This is probably what he says when you say to him, hey man, you gotta relax and, you know, slow your mind down and chill out.
Yeah,
and he'll say, hey,
I'm inventing a new laser.
I was in jail and I built a war machine out of junk and then I built myself a new heart and all of this other stuff while you were playing chess with your robot or tinkling your ivories on your piano.
Right.
So, you know, so he does do some good stuff with it, I guess.
That's true. So continuing on, so also he's an excellent engineer and mechanic, so he's able to fix almost any machine.
Really?
So he, like you said, he's a genius, right? So, and usually when we think of genius, they're really good at science, math, all of these technical subjects. But of course, if you're good at these subjects, you're probably really good at like mechanical engineering. So he sees a broken down car, that's easy fixing.
Interesting. I wonder if he can come over and fix my toaster.
Ooh.
It doesn't work very well. It's not excellent these days because if it was excellent, it would be really good. It would be wonderful. It would be fantastic. It would be doing its job very, very well. That's what we mean when we say something is excellent. It's good. It's not just good. In fact, it's really good. It's very good. It's fantastic. It's excellent. If he's an excellent mechanic, yeah, as you said, he's probably able to fix almost any kind of broken machine.
Right. I guess like you were saying, there are different types of geniuses. He can see anything that needs, you know, a screw or a new motherboard. Look, I don't know what I'm saying, but you know, I'm not a mechanic.
No,
a mechanic, is someone who that's Kiki. That's not me.
Oh, I see. Oh, that's true. She's good with her hands.
Yeah. So a mechanic is someone who works on machines. And of course, when we're talking about machines, we're talking, you know, any piece of technology that that has gears and all of these moving parts that work together. And for Tony Stark, you know, he's no stranger to mechanics. So sometimes when we use the word mechanic, we could be talking about a person who works on cars. That's their jobs. So their job is to fix cars. So they're a mechanic.
我们来看一下刚刚课文里提到的单字 excellent 形容词极好的优秀的 Andrew did an excellent job on the project. Andrew 在这个专案上做得非常出色。Mechanic 名词技师 The mechanic fixed my car yesterday. 那位技师昨天修好了我的车。接着我们回到课文当中。
Often we do have that machine before mechanic. I'm an airplane mechanic. Oh, I'm an elevator mechanic. Oh, interesting. I'm a motorcycle mechanic or something like that. So that will give us a good idea of what they do. But as you say, usually mechanics are good with their hands. They understand machines and they know how to fix them. As a result, Iron Man's hobby is also his work. He designs and builds new mech suits day in and day out. He doesn't mind because it's easier for him to be with machines than humans. Superheroes understand the importance of these activities. they help them relax and enjoy life more. They also give them the energy to keep doing good.
Welcome back from the break. Before the break, we learned that poor Iron Man.
I know.
He's so sad in his billion-dollar
Tough
home.
life. Oof.
But why are we feeling sorry for him? Of course, it's because he just can't rest his brain, okay? But I will have to admit, okay, Iron Man's brain is kind of like a human calculator. He can kind of, invent anything as long as, there's a screwdriver and a couple of screws.
That's true. He's very good with machines. I'm not sure he's such a people person.
Yeah.
But he's definitely more of a, a machine type person, an engineer type guy. And
we all have our strengths.
Absolutely. He's done very well with it. Of course, he has a big company, millions and billions of dollars. And a lot of that is because he is good with machines, but he also likes to do that in his free time. And there are people like this, right? They love their job so much that even in their free time, they enjoy doing something that's similar to their work. And it's obviously been very good because as a result, Iron Man's hobby is also his work. There you go.
If you don't love what you do, if you love what you do,
right?
You don't work a day in your life.
That's what they say. Yeah. I would just worry that when he retires, he might be bored with, playing golf or taking long walks on the beach. He'll probably be building a golf robot to play with or something, because that's what he enjoys. As it says, he designs and builds new mech suits day in and day out. I think by the second movie, he has like a whole closet of different mech suits, these Iron Man suits that he has.
Hey, why go to H&M when you can just build $1 billion suit?
For sure. I don't want to get a new mech suit every 6 months because it falls apart. I mean, that's just so much trouble. Mech suit is something that doesn't really exist in the real world, although I think scientists are working on them. But basically, it's something we often see in video games or in movies, comic books like this. It's kind of powered armor. That's actually another word that I've seen used for this. So kind of like an old knight wearing a suit made of metal, but you have motors and gears and computers and weapons in it. He can shoot rockets out of his arms and lasers out of his hands, and he can fly through the air like he's on a jet plane because his feet have rockets in them, this kind of thing. So mech suits, powered armor. I think something that's more similar, and something I heard the Taiwan Army is working on, exoskeletons. So it's sort of like a thin mech suit that gives you bones made of metal. It would allow you to pick up heavy things or run fast or jump far.
You know what? I have seen those in like, physical therapy.
Oh, yeah. For people whose bones don't work or they, had an injury.
So we're getting closer to an actual Iron Man.
In some ways, I think we are, yeah.
Well, okay, and continuing on, he doesn't mind because it's easier for him to be with machines than humans.
Not a people person.
It's easier for me to be around dogs
than
humans. So I can kind of understand, okay? But I don't have $1 billion home to go crying about it, okay?
That's true.
So previously we had the word for mind as a noun, and it means our brain, right? Our ability to think. But in this case, we're using it as a verb, and that means to care about something or to think about something, keeping it in your thoughts. So when you say, I don't mind, that means, I'm okay with any option.
You don't really care.
Yeah, you don't really care. So for him, he doesn't mind being around all of these machines, and if he were all alone with his robot, but put him in a room full of humans, then he would mind.
Interesting, yes.
我们来看一下刚刚课文里提到的单字 mech suit 钢铁人装甲 Robin wore a mech suit to fight the enemies. Robin 穿上钢铁人装甲与敌人作战。mind 动词介意，文章前面有用到 mind 是当作名词，这边则是当作动词使用，意思是介意。Do you mind if I sit here? 你介意我坐在这里吗？文法的部分刚刚提到了这个短语 day in and day out 日复一日不间断的，这是一个时间副词片语。我们来看看这个例句 We worked day in and day out to finish the project on time. 我们为了按时完成专案不间断的工作。 接着我们来回到课文当中。
But let's get back to our article. It says superheroes understand the importance of these activities. They help them relax and enjoy life more.
Well, yeah, because we always talk about self-care, right? Like, you know, if you're a firefighter and you're helping save all these lives, you're not doing it 24/7. They get, you know, days where they have to rest because it's tiring saving people.
Exactly right. Yes, you can experience something we often call burnout, right? When you just feel like you want to do your job, you just don't have the power anymore. You're tired, your energy levels are low, you're not feeling good. So it is a good thing to do every once in a while to relax, to take care of yourself, recharge your batteries. That can mean, you know, just resting and lying on the sofa and not doing much, but it also means doing stuff, just not work stuff. Things that take you away from that sports, hanging out with your friends, watching movies, going for a walk in the woods, whatever it is that just gives you a little break from what you do so you can go back to what you have to do and do it even better.
Well, as the article continues to say, they also give them the energy to keep doing good. And of course, when we're saying, oh yeah, you have the weekend off, we don't mean you're going to continue finishing up some last minute work. Stop. Once you clock out, you clock out.
Yes.
Leave that stuff at work.
I think you should get in touch with your superhero friends, Super Winnie, and tell them about your super naps.
Well,
it sounds like a lot of these guys and gals need to take a good super nap.
I'm trying to get it out there, okay? Yeah. Wonder Woman. Okay, we get it.
Put down the hockey stick.
Put it down. Take a nap.
Jeez, get out of your invisible plane and lie on your invisible bed and take a quick little cat nap with.
Yes.
我们来看一下刚刚课文里提到的单字 relax, relax 动词放松 I like to relax by watching a movie 我喜欢透过看电影来放松文法的部分刚刚提到了这两个短语 the importance of 加名词什么的重要性 importance 是名词指的是重要性我们来看看这个例句The teacher taught us the importance of being on time. 老师教导我们守时的重要性。Do good, 行善。Good 在这里是名词，意思是好事、善事。我们来看看这个例句。Elaine does good by donating to charity. Elaine 通过慈善捐款来行善。Donate 指的是捐款、捐赠或者是捐献。Charity 指的是慈善或者是慈善机构。接着我们来回到课文当中。
Well, that's all we have for this awesome lesson. Hopefully we'll see you next time with something cool.
All right, take care everyone and enjoy your hobbies as much as you enjoy all the other stuff you do. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Life for Iron Man isn't so easy. He's a super genius, and his mind never rests. Also, he's an excellent engineer and mechanic, so he's able to fix almost any machine. As a result, Iron Man's hobby is also his work. He designs and builds new mech suits day in and day out. He doesn't mind because it's easier for him to be with machines than humans. Superheroes understand the importance of these activities. They help them relax and enjoy life more. They also give them the energy to keep doing good.
我们来复习一下这一课的重点单词跟文法。单字的部分 Genius 名词天才 Mind 名词头脑或者是动词介意 Excellent 形容词极好的优秀的 Mechanic名词技师 Mech suit 名词钢铁人装甲 Relax 动词放松接着我们来看文法的部分 Day in and day out 日复一日不间断的 Lucy does nothing but watch Korean dramas day in and day out Lucy 整天除了看韩剧之外什么事都没做 The importance of加上名词什么的重要性 My parents taught me the importance of saving money. 我的父母教导我存钱的重要性。Do good， 行善。Teresa never passes up a chance to do good. Teresa 绝不会错过行善的机会。好啦，以上是今天的重点单字跟文法，那我们下次再见喽，拜拜。
Sun Moon Lake is one of the most well-known sites of Taiwan and is at the top of many people's must-see destinations. It really is a sight to behold, which means it's a sight that is visually impressive or beautiful. And one of the best ways to experience the natural beauty is from the Sun Moon Lake Ropeway. Sun Moon Lake Ropeway allows visitors to enjoy a nice view of Sun Moon Lake. The Michelin Green Guide gave the Ropeway tour 3 stars. You should see it for yourself and be touched by nature. The entire route of Sun Moon Lake Ropeway is around 1.8 kilometers. It connects Sun Moon Lake and Formosan Aboriginal Culture Village. One section of the route crosses the valley. It's known as Smiley Valley. It offers the best view of Sun Moon Lake. The cars of Sun Moon Lake Ropeway are red, yellow, and blue. They stand for the sun, the moon, and the lake. The ropeway has transoms and vents to let in the air. Even if you take the ropeway in summer, you can feel the breeze inside the car. Sun Moon Lake Station looks like a king crab from above in the ropeway car. It's a beautiful landmark at Sun Moon Lake's Yidasao Pier. The Sun Moon Lake Ropeway demands a visit for you to experience the beauty of the lake. You have to feel the breeze, or gentle wind, yourself as you take in the magnificent view, and when you do, I know you'll thank me then.